What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video from last night after a day packed full of Alan Wake 2. That's right, and it looks like the Dents weren't awake because the playthrough was utter garbage and boring. So much so that your boy Duty figured, you know what? I'm gonna go do something better than watch that horrible gameplay. That's right. That's why your boy Duty hasn't put out a video on this terrible gameplay. And like I said previously, the support will dwindle because yes, Phil makes every single game boring. And that's what happened yesterday. Support, of course, was abysmal. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone out there, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Saturday, the 28th of October, 2023. Another amazing day because, ladies and gentlemen, today I played Alan Wake 2 all day long for 2 days, second day in a row, I should say. Wow is all I have to say. After 2 days of this game, my mind is blown in a good way. I can't believe how good it is. I never expected Alan Wake 2 to be this good, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be more of the same of Alan Wake 1, maybe with some better graphics and a little bit of modernized twists. Wow. All right. So, first of all, just to address the elephant in the room, my internet worked today. Okay? I talked a little bit about it on the podcast this morning. And so, moving forward, hopefully, if there are any issues, I can fix them. It shouldn't be a big deal moving forward. I think we'll be all right. Go. Today on the podcast, it was more of a chill day. There wasn't too much to talk about, so we kind of just had broad topics, some Q&A, etc., and then we jumped right back into Alan Wake 2. Now,
By the way, I do want to talk about the internet and the Comcast Again. The reason why Phil did not mention anything about it or was very brief with it was because, you know, he did something wrong. He did something utterly stupid. He did something that that a 5-year-old could have figured out, and he's embarrassed. So instead of coming on and taking responsibility and say, hey, you know what? When I was doing this, I was doing it wrong. I screwed up. It was my fault. It wasn't Comcast's fault. It was my fault. No, he didn't do that. So he just decided to say, well, you know what? Let's not talk about it. You know, it's not a big deal. Let's not talk about it. It's fixed. And now if it's broken again, I know how to manage to fix it. That's what Phil's telling you, right? But you know, anytime he has a story to tell, he's going to tell it. He's going to spend the whole podcast talking about Comcast and how horrible they are and how they managed to ruin his day and they almost ruined his business. He didn't bother doing that. And why? Because, of course, he screwed up. And he couldn't say that, so he just decided to say, let's move along. Let's talk about something else.
today was unique, and here's why. Today, we played as Alan Wake. Last time around, yesterday, all day long for the 4.5 hours that I played the game, we were playing as the new character, Saga, the FBI investigator who's investigating a series of murders around Cauldron Lake in Bright Falls. And this ties her into the Alan Wake plotline. But at the end of yesterday's session, Alan Wake kind of got involved in the plot, and we were able to start using him. But I ran out of time. And so today, that's exactly where we started, using Alan Wake, and pretty much for almost the entirety of today, the entire first 3-hour stream, and almost the entire 2 hours tonight on the late stream, it was all Alan all the time. And let me tell you, his gameplay is very different from Saga's. While Saga is very much rooted in the real world, Alan is in the dark place. So he's in dark fictional areas that are very reminiscent of a real city, of a real subway system, of being on a late night talk show. But there's definitely something sinister going on in the situation, whether it's, you know, darkness blocking areas, hidden puzzles and things that need to be solved to get hidden items and upgrades, whether it's actual enemies coming at you, or maybe it what appears to be a group of enemies you can easily get rid of with your flashlight, but then a big guy charges through and you have to fight him. Twists in the plot, interesting jump scares and things. Pretty darn good, I would say. This is not a major spoiler, but there is a very cool gameplay element in this game where, since Alan Wake is in this dark place writing, you can change the script of what he's writing. So you can be investigating a missing FBI agent, or you could be investigating a murderous cult, or you could be investigating a bunch of people who are committing some kind of a ritual underground somewhere. And as you change the plot, the actual scenery changes. You might have a wall that appears or disappears. You may have an enemy that appears or disappears. You know what I mean? It's pretty neat in that regard. And I had a great time trying to figure out optional puzzles, find hidden upgrades in rooms and things. Lots of fun today. The late stream tonight particularly blew me away, and here's why. Again, I'm not going to spoil, but I'm just going to say this. This game does something completely and utterly unique that I have never before seen in any video game. It blew me away. It was a fun-ass segment of the game, and I said to my audience when it happened, I said, this is going to resonate with me for ages. I'm always going to remember how I did this really unique thing in Alan Wake 2. If you remember back in the day when Alan Wake 1 came out 13 years ago, I said, remember how cool it was to fight the giant tractor? Remember how cool it was to do the rock concert on a stage with all the enemies coming at you and the cool music was playing? Essentially, they've done it again. They found completely unique gameplay experiences you've never had in another game before, and this is in Alan Wake 2. So, 2 characters, they play completely differently, their storylines intertwine in a unique way. You're always guessing and wondering what's really happening, what's not really happening, what is going on in the plot. You can't tell. It's a thriller mystery, and that's awesome. For those who like whodunits or mysteries, you're going to love this game. The graphics are outstanding, the gameplay elements are very sound, new unique things in gameplay you've never seen before, and I just was blown away by a segment that we did tonight. Right now, 10 hours in, this is shaping up to be one of my favorite games in years. So I hope it stays on that level. It might be tough because the game really did surprise me tonight in a pleasant way, but I'm wondering, can the game stay at that high level, or is it going to kind of flounder halfway through because we're 10 hours in? And for those who don't know,
Okay, yeah, and what Phil means by that is, will the support continue to dwindle? And that's exactly what happened today. Support just utterly dwindled. He made excuse me, $50 on the first stream, and then on night stream I think he made $25, if that, and he had to beg continuously over and over and chastise the Dents because the Dents were saying that the game is boring. The game's okay, it's just Phil makes everything boring. And he's making Alan Wake extremely boring. So of course, Phil is trying to hype up Alan Wake right now because he's hoping that the Dents will continue watching and supporting. But if this game dries up with support, Phil will probably talk about how abysmal the game is and how the developers screwed it up and how it was good, but now it's not great. And that's the reason why nobody cared for the playthrough. So watch Phil, listen for him in the next few streams when he plays Alan Wake. Listen to his tone, especially if support is slow. I don't think he's playing it today. He may be playing it tomorrow. So it should be very interesting to hear Phil talk about Alan Wake and comparing it to how much support he received.
The story of this game is around 12 to 15 hours long, but that's only if you barrel through the story. I have been taking my time exploring all the parts of the towns, looking for all the hidden secrets, and this game is 30 hours long if you go for a completionist run. Now, I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to get a completionist run, but I am taking my time, and I would think 10 hours in, I'm probably about, a little over a third in, probably closing in on a halfway point, perhaps, but man, I'm having a great time. My audience tonight also had a great time. So if you've been watching this playthrough all along, these last, 10 hours of gameplay now that I have of it, I hope you've been enjoying. I really like this game right now, and I cannot wait for more. Please remember, if you are watching on demand, like the videos and leave comments. I'm dying to hear people's comments about tonight's segment. That blew me away. I'd never seen anything like that in a game before, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it in the video comments, okay? Now, I will say this. Support, all right? Today was decent. It definitely slowed down from yesterday. We did get a lot of gifted memberships today, over 10, which was nice, to get some memberships back on there after having lost so many. Tips were all right overall for the day. We did hit the tips goal once, not the second stream though, but it is what it is. I hope that people will continue to show up and support this game. It's so good. Like, something actually happened tonight that actually really genuinely let me know that some people are just around to be, negative people. Someone actually said, after the incredibly unique segment that happened, oh, this game's boring, I'm bored. I was like, there's no way you could have been on that stream watching the stream and being bored. You just can't. It actually did something so unique. Even if you thought it was cringe or bad, you still have to say, okay, at least that was kind of interesting or entertaining to watch, right? That's what I mean. There's always a negative element around these streams, and it's not me, and it's not the games. It's just people coming just to crap on stuff because they don't like me. And that irks me, because I want people to come by and enjoy the content and have that positivity and that factor when they come to my content, and it's hard to weed it out. So if you are enjoying this playthrough, I hope you will come back. It's going to continue on Monday on the daytime stream. It's also going to be Wednesday's daytime stream, so there's still going to be another like 6+ hours of this game, meaning 16 hours of Alan Wake 2 on launch week. It's going to be a lot, and that's good though, but I think it's a good thing. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. By the way, I now have the ability to switch between characters, so now I am going to do that. I'll probably do a little bit with this, then back to this, then back to this, and keep alternating so that we can see how each of their plots are kind of progressing. It's kind of neat to be able to do that so you don't get bored. So absolutely great day of gameplay. Loving this game. Okay.
Okay, Phil. Yes, you're loving this game, and we know what you mean by you're loving this game. You're trying to hype it up. That's what you're doing. You're trying to hype up the game. Now, the game isn't bad. I'll give you that. No, it's not bad. And that scene that you're talking about, yeah, it was pretty fucking cringe. It wasn't groundbreaking or innovative, Phil. So stop trying to hype up the game. Everyone knows that's what you're trying to do. And the fact that you said one person said they were bored, no, you might want to read your chat. A lot of people said that they were bored, because the thing is that you're too slow. You read everything, you start asking questions in the middle of the game, you break up the flow of it. So when you get to like a suspenseful or interesting place, you're sitting there like a dullard, asking questions, saying stupid shit, making cat humor, and you're ruining like the ambiance or the flow of the game. That's why people are bored. That's why people have tuned out. That's why you barely made $25 last night. That's why your first playthrough of Alan Wake yesterday made $50. And you only got that, of course, because of 1 Minute Man. Of course, if 1 Minute Man disappears tomorrow, you'll be done, Phil. And we all know it. And I'm pretty sure, just like I said yesterday, support's going to continue dwindling for Alan Wake. He's going to start giving it the Wulong treatment. He's going to start begging and basically telling the Dents that I can't play it unless you guys support it. And then every once in a while, the Dents will throw some cash his way and he'll be happy and continue playing it. But of course, then it becomes, well, it was good initially, but now, you know, the developer screwed up and it's no good. And that's the reason why no one supported it. But not me. It's not Phil. Phil's not the reason why they didn't support it. It was the game. Oh, and the trolls. Don't forget the trolls. Because, of course, the trolls tip, and they decided not to tip, and also they decided to harass the regulars, or they were being negative, and that negativity made the regulars that usually donate to Phil withhold on tips. That's what Phil's trying to tell you, that the troll element is the reason why people that tip don't tip. All right, Phil. Whatever you say, buddy. You die on that hill, and I'll sit back here and laugh at you. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out. My apologies, my throat's bothering me a little bit. I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm fighting through it. Thank you very much. Peace out.